I've been receiving questions asking me how to score inside the 10-yard line. So today I'm going to show you some of my favorite concepts that I like to use to score touchdowns in this area of the field. These concepts are not playbook specific, so I encourage you to go through the playbook you're choosing to use and see which options you have available. First concept is very simple. Pick a heavier personnel and run the ball.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they take decision. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, TC! Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. A first down run in the red zone.
I'm also a big fan of the jet sweep series. This can be run out of shotgun, pistol, or under center. So check your playbook to see if you have this option.
Be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking for the end zone.
You gotta like the decision making this guy is showing right now in this game.
And you erase it. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to run it in. Wide receiver comes in motion. On second and goal, he gets another chance. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
If just straight up running the ball doesn't work, the next step is to start calling RPOs. I'm a big fan of RPO slants in this part of the field. EA added the option this year to hot route RPOs. So on this auto motion swing screen RPO, I'm going to hot route square into a slant. And I'm going to put these two defenders in conflict. If they trigger on the run, then I'm going to hit the slant behind them. And you know I love RPO peak slant, especially versus double mug. Some trips formations will also have an RPO peak slant. This one comes from Y off trips in Colorado State's playbook.
Complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Fires into the end zone.
I also really like RPO stick because there's so many options on this play. In this example, we're going to put this defender in conflict. If he stays in the window of the hitch, we're going to run inside zone. If he triggers on the run, we're going to throw the hitch. In this example, due to our spread alignment, we've identified that there is space right here. And my opponent is going to user this defender. If he triggers on the run, we're going to throw the hitch. If he drops back in the window of the hitch, we're going to run inside zone.
Slams it ahead. And another.
This one is from USC's playbook.
First and goal, they'll try to take the lead here in the second overtime. Gets the back moving. Slams it ahead.
When running RPO stick from gun trips, sometimes I'll take this slot receiver and hot route him to a speed out.
Looking for the score. Touchdown.
If your opponent likes to run cover 0 in this part of the field, that speed out is a really good option against man coverage.
Looking for the score. Touchdown.
And of course, if your opponent's going to leave your wide receiver uncovered, take the easy shot.
Pile-up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
Touchdown, hard.
If you're needing to pass the ball, I'm a big fan of any variation of stick. In this example, I'm running it from a 2x2 formation, and remember the progression. You're going to take a peek at the fade as your number one read, and then you're going to put this defender in conflict. If he chases the flat, you're going to throw the hitch. If he stays on the hitch, you're going to throw the flat.
It is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll go to
And this is a perfect example of why we don't skip our reads. Always peek the fade.
work in the air on second down. Touchdown!
You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
Looking to throw, it's Stewart. Hey, got it!
Any variation of Y corner is also a very solid play in this part of the field.
Now. He'll set up to throw.
If your opponent has a habit of calling cover 2 in this part of the field, smash is not a bad play call. In a cover 2, he's the flat defender and we're going to put him in a high-low conflict. If he floats in the window of the corner route, we're going to throw the hitch. If he drives on the hitch, we're going to throw the corner route.
Gonna look downfield again. Let's it fly.
And one of the best pass plays you can call is mesh post wheel, especially if you have it out of a 2-back formation. Playbooks like the generic air raid playbook, USC, Purdue, and TCU will have this. I will go over how to run this variation of mesh here in the near future.
In the red zone, and what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And lastly, if you're facing someone who drops everyone into zone coverage and QB spies, then halfback draw is a great play call.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he'll step into the...
Those are some of my favorite ways to score inside the red zone. Be sure to check your playbook and see what options you have available to you. I hope you found this video helpful. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you'd like to see more content from me, and I will see you in the next video.